everybody, it's Kate from Linedecker Farms. Here at the farm we get a lot of questions about what a bare root peony looks like and how do you properly plant one. So I want to break those into two different videos actually, and this first video I'm going to do is all around the anatomy of a bare root peony because you have to understand that before you can understand how to plant it. So the first thing is some people get confused about the eyes. What are the eyes of a peony? See these pink lipstick looking things? I'll do a close-up. See? This is an eye. Now, on some varieties, those can be lighter pink. They can be almost a deep red sometimes. They can be very pale pink or almost white. And on some varieties, though not often, I've seen them be almost more like a tan. Like those are the hardest ones to tell. But the shape is consistent. It will always be a pointy shape like this. Now, sometimes it's a very large eye, like extremely large, and sometimes they're very, very small. But the shape is consistent, so look for this shape. You will always see it coming out of the top of the plant. How do you know where, and technically out of the part of the plant they call the crown. How do you know where that is? Well, look for the roots. See? These are clearly roots. You can see all the feeder roots here and then the major roots. So look for those, you know that's the bottom. Look for the eyes, you know it's the top. The crown is the place from which the eyes sprout. So the reason that's important, and I'll get into this more on my potting video, is that our planting guidance for zones, for northern climates like ours, so zones 3, 4, and 5, is that you are to plant these eyes no more than 2 inches below the soil surface. And the way that you know the right planting depth is if you look at this, these eyes are kind of all in the same place, so you'd probably would put this root in like this, you'd probably orient it more like this, so the eyes are kind of on an equal level, and then you would go 2 inches from the bottom of this eye. So I personally, it just so happens that 2 inches for me is from the tip of my finger to my knuckle. I would, when I'm planting it, put my finger down, base of this eye, up to my knuckle. I know that's 2 inches below the soil surface. I'll do a separate video on planting, but this at least lets you know what the bare root peony looks like. If you look later in this blog post, there'll be one on planting and there'll be another one on dividing. Okay, thanks.